Hello guys, I hope mko poa. I hope you had an amazing week. You're watching Movie Review. I'm your host Kaneki and this show is sponsored by NewsunplugKE. Stay tuned. On the last episode, nilikuwa nimeongea kuhusu We Have a Ghost, Light Year, Senior Year and the Korean movie of course, The Witch. Part 1 subversion. So this episode sitaongelea kuhusu different movies obviously because ni movie review. I'm talking about movies. So hizi zenye nimeongelea kuhusu, nimesikia kwa comments mnataka ni review this one or the other one. Guys, mlisikia ile drama yote ilikuwa na happen na Rono H. Mara ame drag this one, ame drag this other one. Like she's an amazing comedian, but then nilikuwa nasikia Kate actress amemcopy, sijui nani mwingine Elsa Majimbo amemcopy. Sijui kama mmesikia all those news, but you can get all the tea in all, like in detail, like in specific detail kwa any platforms zetu za NewsunplugKE. So guys, mnafaa kwenda kuwatch. On this episode nitakuongelea kuhusu Single Kiasi. I'll talk about The House Next Door, Meet the Blacks. I'll talk about Namaste, Wahala, and also other movies. So stay tuned. So on the first movie I'll be talking about inaitwa Single Kiasi. Single Kiasi was released in 2022 and it was directed by Grace Kahaki. So as the title is Single Kiasi. Sijui unajua kuna wenye wamekuwa single kiasi na wengine wamekuwa single forever, but it's fine. It's normal. You'll survive. But like this movie, it starts with three best friends. Like in a center around these best friends, kuna Rebecca, mwenye it's a mom of 2 children and her husband doesn't even help her at all. There's also Mariah. She's like this kagal mwenye akona babas, akona pesa. Like I wonder watu wengine, how do you attract guys with money? Like inafaa kuwa lessons shule mnafunzwa, so this is how you're supposed to do, this is what you're supposed to do, because like everyone mwenye alikuwa na meet alikuwa na madu. Then there was the other one anaitwa Pay. I think Pay, she's this hot lady. She's like a boss lady anafanyanga job, but then environment yenye anafanyanga job in, like it's mostly men. So like she's that boss lady who's like, no, it's not because I'm a woman, I'm going to do this, I'm going to achieve all this these men have achieved in this company and whatever. So like unaona sasa kuna those three type of friends. Everyone has their own personality, everyone akona their own struggles, but then when they come together they're just good friends to one another and like they're just amazing people. So this movie first it ends up center around Mariah. Mariah has this sugar daddy, and in this whole like series goes in season 1 nilikuwa nashangaa kuna baba siku hizi what are they into, because nilikuwa naangalia niko baba nani huyu, like why are you into this type of thing, why are you into the other type of thing? Like I didn't even understand. Like when they're into role play, like aren't you an ancestor, like aren't you old enough to be like doing these things? But I won't judge. I mean, if you're interested in that, if you're kinky, if that's what you're into, if that's your preference, sina issues about it. So I love that they put that in this whole series. Napenda venye Kenyan movies wanaendelea kukua like open to this certain scenes, maybe making out, maybe like some scenes, as in they're very like open, they're more creative, their acting skills zinaendelea kuwa too better and better each and every time, like their storylines, their plot. I just loved how Kenyan movies zinaendelea kuwa like zinaendelea kupanda, being amazing and all. Then napata like Rebecca ama Becky, she is a beautiful woman with 2 beautiful children, but then the husband isn't even supportive at all. Like utapeaje your wife 200 na watoto wanataka school fees? Like I don't even understand how is that supposed to like give them food, shelter, school fees. Sikuwa understand. Like that is just a bad marriage. And the fact that she was cheating on the husband, but then when she found the husband cheating, anaanza kumwingilia akisema sijui after all I've done for you, but yeye ndo alicheat wa kwanza. Like in Nairobi ni ucheze usishikwe, but ukishikwa ndio utakuwa mbaya. So be smart. So nilipenda venye walikuwa na put in that into it. Walikuwa naeka venye issues na happening kwa ofisi ama in your workplaces, family issues, friends, nini. I just loved, nilipenda to this whole series. Na pia kuna season 2 iko Showmax, mnaweza enda watch. It's just an amazing series. I just loved it. Na nilipenda character ya this cousin of Mariah, like this short skinny guy. Like in the first scene ulikuwa unapata amevaa like a maid outfit. I was like, oh, okay, what did I see? what did I see? But it was just amazing and so funny. Nilipenda tu venye wanaongea, like the way they are conversing, their English, venye wana mix Kiswahili na Sheng nini. I just loved it, and every character had their own like thing and their own which I need to raise because nimesikia mostly TikTok, but it was just amazing, and I pay a 7 out of 10. It was just amazing. When we watch season 2 bado iko, when we watch Showmax, it was just mwah. I loved it. So on the next movie nitakonongelea kuhusu inaitwa A Man Called Otto. Otto. Like this mess, is it? And dark humor, obviously, just top tier. I love this movie, guys. Unazenda movie na pay 9 out of 10. And if you're an emotional person like me, be sure you'll cry a lot of tears, but it was just amazing. I loved it. On the next movie okay, it's not a movie, and then kuwa Sherlock Holmes, a detective, then kuwa Shule ukisoma, like I never even understood, but guys, me clearly niko team 2 kuna season 3 and it is just amazing, guys. Unafaa kuenda muiwatch na mniambie kwaje, but this season 1 nilipenda tu venye ilikuwa cause ikianza ilikuwa like a slow burn, but then ikiendelea ikipace ikuwa just more amazing in each and every episode, and I give it a 7 out of 10. You guys should go watch it. I highly recommend it. So on the next movie is called Antman and the Wasp: Quantumania. It was released in 2023 this year. Actually ilikuwa cinemas just a while back, maybe a week ago, and it was directed by Peyton Reed. So this movie, so mnajua tu ni Marvel, mkisikia tu Antman mnajua tu ni Marvel, and this ilikuwa immediately, okay, not immediately, but after the other Marvel movie Avengers Endgame. So unapata like everything yenye ilikuwa Avengers yenye ili happen pia ita happen, ita happen kwa this, like every reference, like meaning, see, after Thanos snap fingers zake ulikuwa unapata a lot of people just disappeared away for like 5 years. So like while he put this into that, and also Spider-Man Far From Home ulikuwa unapata Doctor Strange after afanye everyone forget Spider-Man, pia kwa Antman ulikuwa unapata like they don't even recall if there was ever a Spider-Man like at all. So nilipenda that about the movie. Nilipenda venye ilianzia ulionyesha this Stan Lee lookalike, like this, unajua venye Stan Lee alikuwa like ana cameo kwa all Marvel movies, so ilikuwa unaonyesha this old man with white hair, and immediately I saw him I thought of Stan Lee. So I thought that was a way of the director trying to make Stan Lee's name to like live on, and love that idea like kabisa. Nilipenda venye alikuwa anashinda confused na Spider-Man, although he doesn't exist, because if Antman alikuwa nakumbuka Spider-Man angeambia no, Spider-Man looks like this, I am the Antman. So I loved that. Nilipenda like their humor in this movie, nilipenda kabisa their sarcasm, like every scene, although they're like fighting scenes, I wouldn't even like see it as kainani anapigwa ama anafanya hivi. It was just so funny. Nilikuwa napenda tu venye walikuwa na converse, although like the bad guy is also funny. Ulikuwa napata huyu anataka kufanya this kind of thing ndio aweze kuachieve this other thing, but ulikuwa napata like kuna that humor. I love the way they put their humor into this. Nilipenda also this let me call it a snail, this creature, cause kwa hiyo Quantumania universe ama realm ulikuwa unapata there are a lot of creatures hapo inside this. Kuna snail flani ilikuwa inakaa iko na mwili ya horse. That was disturbing for me at least, but it was interesting to see how like the directors ama the producers of this movie came up with different creatures wenye ungeweza ku like honor. So I like this pinky thing. Let me call it, I won't call it a snail, but it's just this pinky slimy thing. It was just funny and it was just amazing. Nilipenda pia scene yenye Antman after ingia into that like realm ulikuwa unapata I can understand the language the other people are talking, but then immediately aliletwa that ka drink alikuwa nafaa kukunywa, ulikuwa unapata like an understand, but the fact that he thought that alikuwa analetwa poison ama blood was just so funny, because it's like no, I'm not going to drink it, but immediately he drank it. It was like, oh, I honestly thought you were going to kill me, guys, but they did not. It was just so funny. Nilipenda hiyo scene after I realized this thing is actually sweet. It's not even tasting awful at all. So I loved that about the movie. Nilipenda pia like the jokes, kulikuwa na a lot of dad jokes ama like mom jokes. I loved that. Nilipenda pia when Kiasi, the daughter of Antman, alikuwa na fight with this guy mwenye alikuwa na kichwa kubwa na tumiguu tudogo. It was just funny because alimfanya venye Thor alifanywa na Hulk. So I think walikuwa na try to reference that moment where Hulk was like doing this. No, it was too Loki. Yeah, I think it was too Loki. You guys mnafaa watch Avengers. It's just an amazing like series kutoka Avengers ya kwanza to Endgame. It was just amazing. Nilipenda venye walianzia from where like Thanos snapped his fingers, so everyone like they disappeared. Nilipenda the science fiction in this, the technology, this happened. Nilipenda too venye they were so creative with this, and of course it's a Marvel movie, it's going to be amazing. So I love that. Na pia after like the end credits of the whole movie ilikuja show like some sneak peeks the next Marvel movie venye itakuwa. Ulikuwa unaona like kulikuwa na Khan, the villain in this movie. Loki pia lionyeshwa. It is just going to be amazing. Like I can't wait for the next Avengers like the next Marvel movie. It's just going to be mwah. Naipe a 9 out of 10. Naiko cinemas when we watch before like itoke kwa cinemas, it was just amazing. Unajua kuna that ka thrill unaenda kwa cinema. Kuna a lot of people who love like Marvel movies in that whole like place. Then kuna 3D glasses, mkona popcorns, mnakula. I just love the unity in that. I loved it, guys, when we watch. And with that, we'll go on a short commercial break. We'll be right back. So guys, welcome back, and on the next movie I'll be doing inaitwa Bullet Train. Bullet Train was released in 2022 and it was directed by this guy inaitwa David Leitch. Yeah, David Leitch. So this is a thriller, kind of comedy, drama-ish kind of movie, and it was amazing. Like ukiangalia the cast wenye walikuanga, although they walikuwa nakuja like one per scene kuna another character. Nilichoka kuspa like sparring and everything. I just loved it. Nilipenda this whole movie because although people are getting killed and being shot and being stabbed, walikuwa nafanya over on these 5 assassins wameingia kwa Bullet Train ya Japanese, and that they wametumwa on a mission, but little did they know like those whole missions zenye wanatumwa, they're like mysteriously in the food and drinks, but then afterwards, after they've explained about, they've revealed the face of this one, walikuwa na go back into it, so flashback kuonyesha whatever happened. So I love that about it. Na pia kulikuwa na this amazing characters, Joe King and Bad Bunny. He's a musician. I mean, Mia with Drake, it is just an amazing song. So I loved that about this whole movie. Like it was just amazing. The cast was so beautiful in their own way, and it was just Ushiona a good show where people are good actors, their performances were just amazing. I feel this is a well-deserved movie. It was just then the cultures nilipenda venye wali mix walifanya equate like in a Japanese place, tunapata kuna this kind of culture, kuna this other one, and this unapata imeko kwa hii, kuna a lot of diversity in this whole movie, and I love that. Na nilipenda venye ni kama no one in this whole train alikuwa na notice venye alikuwa na I'm not sure if it's the White Death who is the villain in this movie. Alikuwa amewalipa ndio wasinotice anything, like wasongea ama like I look away if anything goes wrong. I don't know, but I just a lot of the fact that like walikuwa tu hapo, like you won't see someone getting stabbed and they'll be like, oh, Miss Kwanayo, I didn't say anything, in fact I am blind. I didn't want to shanga like why would you do that? But I love this movie. It was just amazing, guys. When we watch it on Netflix, and I highly recommend it, and it's a very funny movie, so I actually laughed a lot, and I pay an 8 out of 10. On the next movie nitakuwa naongelea kuhusu inaitwa The House Next Door Meet the Blacks 2, but pia kuna The House Next Door Meet the Blacks 1. So this one was released in 2021, and it was directed by this guy naitwa Dion Taylor. And then the fact that I saw this name, I just immediately knew he was a black man. Unajua kuna this names utajua this is an African American person, like from the names. So I just saw the name and got like this is definitely a black man. So the whole movie involved this black family walikuwa move back into like the father's childhood home. So alikuwa napata nana watu walikuwa nakanga nao from kitambo, maybe neighbors. Unaona venye kwenyu mnajuana tu na ma neighbors hivi, then like you get back maybe because kulikuwa na financial crisis, so kuna all of that. So nilikuwa napenda tu the characters in this whole movie. Kuna this short guy anaitwa Cronut. I just loved his character. He was just a funny guy, like ushiona a short person with so akona confidence. Like we love them short kings, but alikuwa na so much confidence niko like, how are you that confident, man? Why? As in how? I had so many questions about this, but I really loved it. He made the movie more funnier. Nilikuwa napenda like the vampires wenye walikuwa saa the next door, walikuwa like hippies, si hippies, walikuwa pimps, so they were black pimps vampire wenye walikuwa tu just funny in their own way. Then nilikuwa napenda vile walifanya graphics zikuwe so bad ndio ikuwe like so funny, because the fact that this guy was turning into a bat, but then walikuwa naangalia graphics kwa like they could have done better, but then that was the whole thing about this movie. They made the graphics and the acting so bad ndio ikuwe funny. Ilikuwa kama this movie inaitwa Ghosts, na pia kuna this other movie ilikuwa ina revolve to around this kind of genre yenye ni kind of comedy but bado tu ni horror, inaitwa Scary Movie. So nilipenda that about this. Then kuna a lot of characters wenye walikuwa ngai, kulikuwa na Snoop Dogg, kulikuwa na Rick Ross, kulikuwa na a lot of characters walifanya this movie kwa too lively, and it was just amazing in so many ways. I loved it, but also nilikuwa ndani like the children wangepewa a little scene apart from this lady, but then it's okay, they just made the movie so funny, and it was just amazing. And guys, mnaweza enda kuiwatch, iko kwa online streaming websites, na pia mnaweza watch kwa Netflix, and it was just amazing. Naipea a 7 out of 10. And on the last movie nitakuwa naongelea kuhusu inaitwa Namaste, Wahala. What do you hear, or what do you think of when you hear those two names? Of course, unajua ni this Namaste means hello, it's Indian, and Wahala means, let me call it, problem in Nigerian. So I loved that. Nilipenda venye wali combine those two words into this whole movie to create one whole title. I loved that. It was released in 2020, and it was directed by this lady anaitwa Hamisa Ahuja. So this movie inaanzia na these two lovebirds, ama characters, this Indian guy anaitwa Raj and this Nigerian lady. See, this one has left me. Did my crush stop talking to me? So I just loved that. Nilipenda pia the best one alikuwa na mwad, so you guys can hook up, meaning like when have fun ama hang out. So I loved that. Na pia nilipenda venye alikuwa naifanya, like they brought two worlds into this movie, like Indian and Nigerian. So alikuwa napata Mama Raj ako napenda Didi at all the differences, but I loved that these two, because wako different races, but they just had this love for each other. So nilikuwa napenda venye alikuwa anaonyesha this scene, the taxi driver and Mama Raj. It was just so funny because ulikuwa napata huyu anakasirika anaongea Indian, huyu anaongea Nigerian, but yet walikuwa naelewana. I just loved that. I really loved how venye shows on putting both cultures together, and I loved the scenes, dancing scenes. Juu mimi nimeishi kuona like Nigerian ama pia Indian movies, so I just loved those dancing scenes. Then on the wedding scene ilipenda tu venye this Mama ya Didi alikuwa amevaa like those custom traditional outfits ama attire, then this Indians walikuwa amevaa hivi na hivi, their cultural customs and attires. I just loved that. It was just an amazing movie. Mimi nilipenda. And with that, guys, naipea a 6 out of 10, but it was so interesting. I kind of liked it, and I enjoyed watching it as these two worlds, they were combined with like each other in this whole movie. And with that, guys, don't forget to be interactive in the comment section. Mnaweza niambia like the next movies nitafanya, maybe kama unapenda action, maybe mtu akona romance ama thriller ama horror, you can just tell me. Msisahau kuniambia like maybe mniambia kuna movie ya huko leo, naweza kuambia maybe kwa comments, naweza kuexplainia further in detail. And don't forget to follow, like, share, watch, subscribe to all our social media platforms and NewsunplugKE. Bye.